It's easy work boxing, about to hit you everywhere, but under your feet with this one. I'm gonna start this video off. I said I was gonna start off with Jermell Charlo ducking Erislandy Lara, and then I'm gonna go on into a little bit about the 154-pound division. You know, I told y'all I seen a video the other night, which y'all could, you know, I know y'all know I don't like the Charlo brothers, but you know, I ain't gonna be biased. I ain't gonna make up nothing on nobody. And you can go back and you can see the video yourself. Just type in Jermell Charlo ducks Lara. This was about 5 months ago, and they was basically asking him what about a unified title fight with him and Lara. And you know, basically, you could tell Jermell went to stuttering. He went to saying stuff about how his brother would feel about the fight, and he didn't want to say too much about the fight because the media would mix and screw his words up and things like that. That was a blatant duck, which is obvious. Even at the Hurd and Lara conference, he never mentioned anything about if Lara won the fight, he wanted Lara next. The only person he would actually come back and say anything about was Hurd. So to all y'all fans out there of the Charlo brothers, like I said before, the Charlo brothers only go at people who they think they can beat. They never, Jermell Charlo never thought or would think that he could beat Erislandy Lara. That's why he never went Erislandy Lara's way. Now, he gonna have to have a potential matchup with the guy that he keep going at that beat the guy that he wanted to duck. So you know, Jermell, he's a good talker, you know. So, but I think this fight might happen in October. So we're gonna see what his what he really about when it's time to sign up for this fight. Because right now I'm quite sure that he wasn't ready to see Hurd beat Lara. I bet you he was actually thinking that Lara was gonna beat Hurd, and he was just talking shit towards Hurd to make it seem like he wanted Hurd. But now you're gonna get what you want. You know, there's a lot of title holders and a lot of good prospects coming up in 154. You know, you got Saddam Ali with the WBO, Jermell Charlo with the WBC, and now we got Jerry Hurd with the what Jermell Charlo? I mean, no, I think Saddam Ali got the IBF and Hurd got the WBO and the WBA. So you know, we got those four right there, those three right there. Those are good unification fights off the top. You know, we know Saddam Ali, he's a good fighter, good boxer puncher. Jermell Charlo the same. You know, but out of all of them, I picked Jerry Hurd to be the unified champion at 154 if he gets the fights that he wants. The prospects coming up, you know, as I always say about my boy Erislandy, I don't know where he at. If anybody know or got any comments about Erislandy, if you heard in the upcoming fights, please comment, because I'm a fan of this dude. I believe he got the talent to beat all the guys at 154. I know a lot of people ain't gonna disagree with that because the loss he took to Jermell Charlo, you know, 1-round KO, which if you go back and you see that fight, he actually got up on an 8 count. But you know, from it looking so devastating, I guess they were like, they went here to counted it out. But I promise y'all, like I said in one of my videos, if that boy would have got up, y'all have seen a whole total different fight. I think that maybe it was the fact that it was his first fight under the big lights. Maybe he was a little nervous. Him ducking in under that punch, that's a no-no for a southpaw, in which he's not really a southpaw. I ain't making no excuse for him. He really a right-hander that converted to southpaw. But I'm telling y'all, Erislandy ain't no joke. And I love to see him. Also, we got J-Rock Williams. You know, he took a loss to one of the Charlo brothers in a knockout. I think it was the 5th, 6th round. But if you go back and you see that fight, J-Rock was actually fighting a 160-pounder or above. He looked way bigger than Jermell Charlo. I mean, Jamal Charlo looked way bigger than J-Rock in that fight. If you think I'm just hating on him, go back and look. You can look at the size difference. And he did damn good to fight a dude that looked like he weighed close to 15 to 10 pounds more than him. So, you know, these upcoming fights, you know, and he also, even the guy that J-Rock just beat, Gallimore, he a good fighter. He, I think he's from Jamaica, but he fights in the United States. You know, he got power in both hands. He a good fighter, but he just, he run his mouth too much, and J-Rock made him not back it up this fight. But, I'm ready to see, Charlo versus Hurd, and in my prediction that I already said, I got Hurd beating him, because we ain't seen Jermell Charlo fight nobody, Jamal Charlo fight nobody his size and coming in and coming straight forward like that, and putting that amount of pressure on him. that 1-2 I don't think gonna work too well against Jerry Hurd. Erislandy Laura's 1-2. The guy that he's ducking from didn't work that well against Jerry Hurd. Jerry Hurd is a big 154-pounder, and throwing them body shots and coming in on you like that, the way he tied Lara, I ain't never seen Lara tied out like that. And this was like the 8th round. You know what I'm saying? This man was barely moving around the ring. You know that ain't Lara's fighting style. Lara gonna move around the ring. But as far as with Saddam Ali, to me stands no chance against Jerry Hurd. That's an easy belt take right there. I give Jermell Charlo more credit or a better chance than I would give Saddam Ali against Jerry Hurd. But like I said, we had to get these fights set up first. Right now, I'm sure Jermell Charlo just talking. The next fight Jermell Charlo get will not be Jerry Hurd. I guarantee you that. And if it does, it'll surprise me. But me knowing from bullshit and how he talking, how he went run up on Lara and he thought Hurd was the weakest link, and now he see that Hurd has beat the man that he was scared of, I don't think that fight gonna happen. I think he gonna beat around the bush and probably try to go at Saddam Ali, and then he gonna do the weight thing, or try to hold Hurd out, because Hurd already said he just want to fight Charlo, then he moving up. He said he's not even waiting on the WBO belt. He said if time comes and he can get it before he want to move up, then he said he'll make that fight. He said, but his whole thing is he want to see Jermell Charlo before he leave, and which I think he should do. As much shit as Jermell Charlo is talking, he should make that fight happen, because I really want to see him beat his ass real bad. You know, I told you before, I really don't like the Charlo brothers, but I do respect this one thing. I think the Charlo brothers are doing that. Well, Jermell Charlo is doing the Floyd Mayweather effect. You know, where you make people hate you so bad that they want to view and watch you lose, and that's exactly what I've been doing. Sometimes I click on these videos, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, but I just want to hear what he had to say just to piss me off, so when I do see somebody beat his ass, I could feel more better. You know, like I felt at one point when Nazim Hamed, when I was 15 years old, when I first saw him take his ass whipping. It was the best night of my life. I ran in my mama's room and woke her up out of sleep. She had to go to work. I ran in there, but she didn't like him either. My mom's favorite fighter is Lennox Lewis, but she didn't like Prince Nazim Hamed either. So I went in there, ran in her room and woke her up and told her he just got his ass whooped. And you know, but as far as them marketing themselves, you know, the Charlo brothers, you know, as them running their mouth, as you say, you know, I think they're doing a good job at that, because, you know, hate brings people to see you and want to lose. So people actually pay or tune in to see them fight and lose, you know. Actually, that was the first time I ever tuned in on them, when I thought my boy Erickson Lubin was going to beat him, you know. But like I said, if Erickson Lubin would have got up that fight, it would have been a totally different fight than what people saw. Erislandy Lubin is a beast. I'm telling you. I done researched on the dude. I done seen him spar Miramon, Montana Love, weighing him out. You know what I'm saying? Even heard how he done did other fighters in the gym. Hank Lundy. Well, I ain't saying he sparred Hank Lundy. I heard him and Hank Lundy got into a confrontation one time, and they said he was ready to give Hank Lundy that work. And Hank Lundy is an experienced fighter in the ring. So, and I done heard OG fighters then sit up and said that Erislandy Lubin hold his own and to be as young as he is. But, you know, a lot of people have their doubts. You know, when you don't come in, you make that, you take that loss, you know, the Floyd Mayweather effect sinks in people's head. And if you ain't got an O, then you ain't that good of a fighter. And they tend to forget that some of the greats had losses. But I really want to see Erislandy Lubin come back, man. Wherever you are, you know, announce your next fight, and I promise you I will watch it. I will tune in. I will support him to the fullest, because I know this man's capable of taking all the belts at 154. The only person I see him having trouble with, if he was to go at, was Jerry Hurd, and it's because of the pressure and the height and the power of Jerry Hurd and his style of fighting. But you know, 154 is something to be reckoned with right now, and they on their way to seeing a undisputed title hold, undisputed champion in that division. All we had to do is get these fights made. We had to get on these guys' pages. If you have Twitter, anything like that, get on these guys' pages and demand the fights. You know, we got to stop asking questions, get on there and make them want these fights. Because I'm telling y'all, we will not see Jermell Charlo versus Jerry Hurd. That was all a fluke. that was all good marketing for himself to put himself out there to get everybody, you know, to see Jermell Charlo's face. And which, like I said, I don't like him, but good marketing for yourself, bro. I like that, how you putting yourself out there to get them big money fights and getting your paper. But what else I was gonna say about the Charlo brothers? I really think, you know, what's finna happen next also in 154 is that I think Errol Spence is tired of waiting out in with the welterweight division. I think Errol Spence really want to move up. I think he really tired of trying to make 147. From him in the talk that he was having with Kell Brook about him wanting to move up in 147, but if he have a belt, I think that's gonna be the next guy we see move up to 154. But we ain't gonna see him fight Jermell Charlo because, you know, they on this brother shit since they got the same trainer. And you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to speculate, but I'm saying I already know. I don't give a fuck with nobody say Errol Spence is juicing. But we need to be on the lookout for Jermell Charlo. If anything come up, I ain't saying he is. I know for a fact Errol Spence is. But if anything come up, I'm telling you about Jermell Charlo, if he get caught with anything, yeah, he been juiced. I'm telling you, because I know for a fact that boy Errol Spence is on something. But I ain't finna go in that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just ready to see the 154 division. You know what I'm saying? I actually counted Jermell out for this fight. I thought that he wasn't gonna beat Lara. I thought that Lara was too slick and too crafty for him. But you know, as they say, pressure make diamonds. Goddamn, and I get that nigga, motherfucker, Lara is a goddamn Cuban zirconia right now. Whatever the top of the line diamond it is out there, he it, goddamn, because he pressured the shit out of him. He won that fight even by being down in the early round. But I just can't wait to see what unfolds with the 154 division. Not to be count Saddam Ali out, you know what I'm saying, if you're a fan of him, but I just don't see Saddam Ali being able to beat Jermell Charlo or her, you know, especially him losing to a real 147-pounder. I mean, I don't know if they fought at 147 or not, but he lost to Jesse Vargas, you know, and I don't mean to disrespect Jesse Vargas either, but I just don't see him beating them two guys to be the undisputed champion at 154. But like I said, go back and check out that video for the Charlo fans who gonna get on here, because these niggas, I swear they like they go with the Charlo brothers or they cousins or something. If you think I'm lying on y'all boyfriend, go and look up the video, type in Jermell Charlo ducks Lara, and you'll see the video where he got glasses on. And he's sort of making a million excuses on why he don't want to make this fight. But you going around jumping in front of the cameras and interrupting this man's business to fight Jermell. So this should show you this a blatant duck from this man. But this is Easy Work Boxing. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.